Hey guys, Chris Smith out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, two-star ambassador here. Real excited to do this short training video on our EMAPS follow-up system. This is a system for when you sign new new customers up, or if you retail product to customers, which I know some of us do. So this is a system that's going to be in place that not only help you build relationship with your customers, but also to find out a little bit about their testimony with the product as they're taking it. So not only will you get to learn their testimony, maybe you'll get to help them realize the benefits of Zeal through the process. And we have scripts and a system in place to help you do that. The system also has a place built in for you to get referrals, but to get them at the right time. And this system is, a very good system to help you get them at the right time. And it also is a system that can help you upgrade customers to consultants, and at the least help your consultant become G3 through the referral. So what I'd like to do is show you some stuff here real quick. Let me get the screen share started. Just one moment. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to do first is just pull up our document here. There we go. This is going to be a document located right next to this video, or right in the same area on the same page as this video, and it is the follow-up system. So it's a 6-step system and the scripts that you're going to need to follow this system. So we're going to go through it and do a real quick training on it real quick. After taking the application, ask your customer if it's all right that you call them a few times over the next 30 days to measure their experience on Zeal or the Zervita transformation system. So very simple, you're just going to ask them, as you're taking the application, as you're getting them started, or as you're selling them, if you're doing it as a retail customer, if you're just selling it for cash, this is the time you ask that question. And then you'll also want to have an EMAPS customer follow-up form with you, because you're going to do the EMAPS, what we call baseline. So let me open that document real quick and show you what that's going to look like. Okay, so basically right here is the form, and you're going to put their name, their purchase date, their address, their telephone number, and what product. And then you're going to do the baseline here. Now, sometimes they're not going to want to share their weight, very understandable. But what you want to encourage them to do at that point is just to make a record of their weight prior to starting Zeal, so that when you follow up with them, they can tell you if they've lost any weight, if they've gained weight. Sometimes people will take our product, especially the protein, to enhance their workouts. So, it could be, either could be their desire and their goal. But if they don't want to give you the weight, just ask them to record it, so that when you follow up with them, they can tell you if they've gained, if they wanted to gain, lose if they wanted to lose, so that you can have that information. You'll also do their E level. So it's about more energy. So you'll ask them what their energy level is right now, or to take a mental record of it, because as we follow up, you're going to be marking better, same, or worse. So, you may do a scale of 1 to 10. You can do it however you want. This is just a document to help you keep track and kind of learn their testimony, their story on the product. More mental clarity, you do the same thing here. Less appetite, so it's going to be about, did the product help them have less of an appetite? Discomfort and pain, that's going to be right here. Stress and anxiety, that's going to be here. So you want to kind of baseline them, kind of see where they're at, so that when you're following up, you can keep record on these different intervals that we have scripts for you to follow up with them on. And here we go. Let me go back to the original document. So after you do that, step 3 is you're going to mail them a thank you letter. Now, I did go ahead and put a thank you letter together. You definitely don't have to print this off. And you can rewrite it and put it in your own words if you like. Obviously, don't send it to them with customer name there. Delete that, put your own, delete that, put your own. And it wouldn't even be a bad idea to handwrite this. It can be a thank you card instead of a letter. This is just to kind of thank them for allowing you to contact them a few times. Over the next 90 days, need to edit that other form before I upload it there. It is a 90-day follow-up system. So anyway, you can handwrite this, you can send it in a card, you can print this off, you can do it however you like. So let me get back to the document here. Step 4 You're going to record the customer's information in your EMAPS customer log. So what your customer log is this is a place to put all of your customers. This is something that you would hang on your wall, maybe by your workstation where you work the business, put it in a folder, and you're just going to put their name and contact information, when their start date was. And this is just kind of where you can check off, or put a date. So once you know what their start date is, you know when the 3 days from that is, or the 3 days they should get their product. So you can kind of fill in advance kind of a calendar here, so that as you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, it's the 27th of August. I need to do my 3-day follow-up or my 40-day follow-up. So this is something for you to hang on your wall and to keep that. So back to the document here. Then you're going to use the EMAPS follow-up system scripts to follow up on day 1, 3, 7, 12, 20th, 28th, 45th, 60th, and 90th. So this is a 90-day program, a 90-day follow-up system. And then we'll go through that in a second. And then on day 20, make sure to use the follow-up scripts and the EMAPS customer referral list. So we'll go to that in a minute, but it's a very simple 6-step thing. On the scripts on the EMAPS, we'll refer back to this. I didn't write scripts for this. You should be able to be creative and comfortable enough to ask them what their energy level's like since they've, been on the Zeal for 3 days, or since they've been on the Zeal for 12 days. That's what you're going to do, but you want to ask each of these questions. Hey, has your energy level increased? Hey, how's your brain fog? Does it seem that your mind's a little clearer? Hey, man, how's your appetite? Do you feel yourself, not wanting that midnight snack, or not wanting, to overeat? And then your pain, discomfort, hey, have you noticed any aches and pains or discomforts that you had before go away? Have you seemed to have less stress? Does it seem like you're not as stressed out as you were before Zeal? As your anxiety level went down? And remember, at this point, they should have seen the Zurvita scientific, the scientific report. I'm going to name it wrong here. Sorry, this changed the name. The Zeal Science Update. Sorry about that. They should have had one by that time. So obviously, it has the clinical studies on front, where it's going to tell them, what the clinical studies were. So these questions are going to be familiar with them. So on day 1, the day they receive their Zeal. If you don't know how to look in their back office, look at their order. You can even see their tracking information, their tracking number, I believe, but you can at least see the order date and know about when it's going to get there. You want to try to call them on the day they should have got their Zeal, and you should say, hey, Bob, this is Chris. How you doing? Obviously, always wait for them to answer. Let them talk. Don't cut them off. Don't be in a hurry. And definitely never sound like you're reading from a script. Again, scripts have one purpose, and that's to give you an idea of what to say. Put them in your own words. Change the questions up a little bit if you need to. This type part of it's not important. So, hey, Bob, did you receive your Zeal today? Now, if at this point you haven't did the baseline, which you should have did in the previous steps before now, you can go ahead and do it on this call. I would suggest you do it as you're taking their order, but sometimes people are going to order on your website without you talking to them. So this would be a good time to do that. And then fantastic, I'll talk to you later. Now, very important here, you don't want to talk too much. We've already asked these people, to be customers. They've become customers. We don't want to be a pain to them. We don't want them to miss whatever show they're watching that night. We want to keep it short and sweet, and if the call lasts 2 minutes, that's fantastic. It doesn't need to last longer than that. Don't get long-winded. Stick to the script as far as that's concerned. If it just has you saying a little bit, just say that little bit. Don't talk about a whole lot of other things. Now, if you're close friends and you normally talk, that's fine. That's a different story. But, make sure to kind of separate the Zeal part, the business part, from the personal part. Don't get all scattered. We just don't want them to avoid your second call and your third call and your fourth call later down the week. So I'll talk to you later. Day 3, kind of the same thing. How you doing? Are you remembering to take your Zeal every day? This is important. A lot of times it's a new habit. People aren't in the habit of doing this every morning or every afternoon whenever they've decided to do it. So this is your job to just kind of say, hey, are you remembering? Is there anything I can do to help you remember in case that they say that they have not been remembering? We've had consultants actually even send text messages every morning to their customers at their customers' request. request, of course, to help remind them to take their Zills. So see if you can help them there. And then ask the EMAP questions that we went over earlier and start recording them in your EMAPS customer follow-up form. And then when you're done with that, call should be over, shouldn't last a very long time. Thanks for your time. I'll call you in a few days. Day 7 and day 12 are the same, so I just kind of combined them on here, but it's pretty much the same exact thing. So, you know, not a big deal there. Day 20, this is when it kind of gets a little interesting. See, at day 20, in about 10 days, they're going to be receiving or getting billed at least for their second shipment, and it should be heading their way. So this is that period. And remember, you started contacting them the day they received the Zill. So their auto ship should be probably 6 to 7 days from this point, and they should be receiving it about 10 days from then. So, hey, how's it going? Let them answer. Go ahead and go through your EMAP questions like we talked about in the previous steps. And then with excitement say, oh yeah, according to my records, in about a week, it'll be your time for your next Zervita order, your next Zill order, your next or your next transformation kit, you know, whatever. How would you like to have a $10 off rebate or $10 rebate on your next order? And then don't say a word until they answer. When you ask questions, you have to develop the skill of asking the question, and then in my language, hopefully this don't sound too harsh, shut up. Let them answer. The first one to talk loses. So if it takes them 30 seconds to talk, to answer your question, I suggest you wait the 30 seconds. I promise you, you'll be happy you did. Now, after they say yes, man, of course, I'd love to get a $10 check from you. What do I need to do? And then this one, you're going to tell them, for every person I can send a flyer to through the mail, I'll give you $1 back up to $10. I just need their contact info, and then have your EMAPS customer referral list handy. Again, made a document for that. You can use a piece of paper if you don't want to print all this stuff off. But if you want to do it, it is there. And let me pull up the right document and I'll show it to you. Of course, I can't find it. There it is. So referral list, pretty simple. Who's the referrals from? Name, telephone number, address. That's the information you'll collect for this deal. So, you know, maybe they don't want $10 off their order. Maybe you won't get it. This isn't about everybody following this to a T. This isn't about every customer playing along. This is about increasing your ability to build the business through referrals. So, you know, if you have 1 out of every 5 customers play along and do this process, that's fantastic in my opinion. So day 7 and 12, you'll do this script. Day 20, you'll do this script. And then day 28 and 60, kind of a lot of the same. EMAPS questions, how you doing, all that good stuff. Talk to you in a few weeks. At this point, you're kind of letting them know, I'm not going to be calling every couple of days. I'll be calling you every couple of weeks. On the 45th day, now, we'll just assume that, you know, a lot of things can happen on that day 20. Either they give you the referrals or they don't give you the referrals. They do it quickly, they do it slowly. But at day 45, we're going to be approaching their second auto ship, their second, their third canister, their second time to rebill, if you will. And we're going to either, you know, hey, maybe they didn't take you up on the $10 rebate last time, so maybe you're going to do it again. So, hey, what about that $10 rebate? You didn't do it last month. You know, you're telling me your energy is better. You're less foggy. You've lost 8 pounds. I mean, you're really enjoying this product. You sure I couldn't just send some information through the mail? They're going to get a letter. You sure I couldn't send that to 10 people that you know and help you save $10 this month? Now, you can be creative. If you want to invest more in your business, maybe you want to give them $10 off. But remember, these are referrals. They're worth a lot more than $1 to us. This is a good thing. So it's up to you how you want to do it. You can be as aggressive as you want to, or you could offer them nothing. You could just ask for the referrals. I like giving them something for the referrals. And never say, I'll give you $10 for 10 referrals. Because if you do, I learned this from Rodney Williams, if you ask them that, their answer is going to be, I don't know 10 people. So you say up to 10, where you can earn $1 a piece. And the reason you do that, you don't want them to say, I don't know 10 people, because that is what they'll say. So just, you know, follow the script on that part. And then, by the way, whether they did the referrals, didn't do the referrals, or kind of be an idea how to do the rest. Because, again, these referrals are going to be to help them G3. If I get referrals from a person and go through the process and become a customer, I'm going to give them back to this person, or I'm going to call this person and say, hey, you sure you don't want to be a consultant? You know, those referrals you gave me, 3 of them, you know, want to be customers. You could get your product for free. You could be a consultant, or maybe one of those referrals were interested in the business as we went through the process. So you want to make sure to offer that to them as well, whether you do it at the 20-day script or the 45-day script. And then the 90-day script, you're just kind of closing this whole thing up with them, saying, thanks for sharing your feedback with me the last 3 months. You know, and at this point, you could hit them up about being a consultant again if they've refused the other times. If not, be thankful that you have a customer. Thank them for being a customer. Tell them if they ever need anything, or any of the people they share their wonderful results with, you know, if they have any questions, you'll be happy to answer them, and you'll kind of be that special person that helps them out with stuff like that. So, you know, this is the system. It's a great system. And then it's using mail. Mail works really great. Nobody opens their emails anymore, but people open thank you cards. People open letters. So when you get these referrals, we'll have some stuff in place with some ways to do it. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to take like a doctor's report. You're going to take a flyer that you've made up. You're just going to take some kind of marketing material you can send in the mail affordably, and then you're going to take a Post-it note, and you're going to stick that Post-it note on it, and you're going to say, our mutual friend Bob has been taking this product Zeal for the last 3 weeks. He's lost 8 pounds. His energy level's high, and he said I could send you this brochure. Take a look. Excited to hear from you. Phone number. Now, here's what's going to happen. Probably they're not going to call you, but they're going to call Bob. And Bob's going to say, oh, yeah, I used you as a referral. You know, he says it's just going to send you a letter, but man, this stuff is making me feel great. Then they're going to call you. So this is a good process to get some referrals. Referrals will help you build the business. The system will help you build the business. And again, this is an outline. This is something that works. Other people on our team have used it. And I want to thank Rodney and Kirsten Williams for sharing this system with us. But it is a system that works. And if you'd like to use it, we'd love for you to use it. Change it a little bit if you need to, but I'd encourage you not to change it too much. It's a good system. It works. They get referrals. The rebates work. And if you write a $10 check and mail it to somebody for 10 referrals, I promise you it's a good thing. So hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully you use this, and we'll talk with you later. And stopping the recording. Bye, guys.